Welcome back, ladies and gents. In fact, welcome to the summary of trading for Thursday, the 19th. Again, up a little bit late. I say it's around about 11 p.m. Sydney time now. I've actually just finished a two-hour tutoring session on the internet, teaching people to do what we do. And just before that, I traded my 2-hour session. Now, I want to start off tonight by congratulating all of those people around the place that are really starting to take this seriously. From Callum and Jenny in Perth to the boys in Melbourne, to Andrew, congratulations, to Sean in Perth, to all the boys in Brisbane, all the girls in Brisbane. In fact, all of the people in Singapore. We've got people in Singapore, Hong Kong. We've got some people all over the world that are really starting to take this seriously. And when I do my education of a night time, and I do show people what we do, I think the really key point, ladies and gents, is that the only reason that I'm doing what I do now, and I'm spreading the word about index trading, is I want more and more people, particularly Australians, I want more and more Aussie people to be empowered by the fact that you can trade indexes. The banks have been doing this for years. We're just doing what the big banks do. We're just doing it a little bit cheaper because we don't use a market maker. And I think that is so incredibly important when it comes to profitability. Now tonight, for example, we only made 6 points. Now a lot of people go, oh, 6 points, that's not very much. 6 points at 5% per point is 30% return. I note there are some big managed funds out there in Australia and overseas that struggle to make 30% return in a year. We made it in a 2-hour trading session tonight. So I want to put the congratulations out there for those people all over the world that are starting to take this very seriously. Now you'll note with interest, ladies and gents, we are trading exactly the same signals every day. There's no smoke and mirrors here. There's nothing fancy going on. You'll note that over the last 45 videos, I've been literally talking about how our trading is developing and maturing. If you want to find out more from the people that taught me to trade, then just go to a webinar. And congratulations to those that already have. I really enjoy it when people just say, you know what, this 9-to-5 job, this working away from my family and friends, this is just silly. And they actually go on and they start to have a ball. And I think this is great. Now, what did we do tonight? You'll note the first thing that we did is actually miss out on this large 6-point rundown. The reason being is we simply didn't have a signal to get into it. That 6-point rundown there at 5% per point is a 30% return. We weren't in it because our trading plan didn't allow us to. Now, you'll note it is a first against the trend. You note I don't take them, so as a result, no. But we are watching these big pictures very, very closely, particularly right at the open of our session, because if the market does run, I don't think there's any point in missing out on this run down. So we're looking at different ways that we can do that with our different momentum indicators. Ultimately, we didn't get it. We are in a buy bias, so a sell against the buy bias, normally we'd be cautious, but in this point, wow, 6 points. We did get a continuation sell towards the end. We only got half a point out of that because we did get a big picture buy confirming to go the other way. And it was a second against the trend. We love second against the trends. As it turns out, we had to wait a little while. We got this one here. It's actually not confirmed as a signal because we didn't have the volatility. So therefore, our first against the trend, big picture signal just here, which we did not take because we don't take first against the trends. Quite lucky, it actually only bopped down around about half a point before the index then turned and ran. Now, we were in a buy bias tonight, ladies and gents, so we do have our more aggressive target set at 4 points, noting that if the index does run very fast through that, of course we're going to take more money. If not, we're going to be very happy with our profit. As it turns out, we bopped along for a while, bopped along, and I'll jump on the second screenshot to show you what actually occurred further on. Okay, here we are with our second screenshot. You'll note there is the first against the trend that we did not take. Now this buy signal did run on quite nicely to 4 points. This 3-point indicator here, I was hoping to get an uptrend. If we got an uptrend, then that would be brilliant. It would mean that we actually got the opportunity to keep on running. In fact, literally keep on running to keep on making more profit. As it turns out, we didn't get high enough to get a trend, so very, very good that we got out of that at 4 points. Now it ran back down quite nicely, bopped along sideways for a bit before towards the end of the session here actually gave us a standard sell signal. Now The standard sell signal, again, we started to apply our second touch rule here. Reason being, we only wanted 2 points. Notice it's touching multiple times on our 1.5 point, sort of 1.5 points worth of profit. We wanted 2 points. It didn't get there. It's struggling to get there as this M1 indicator turns up, starts to come back the other way. It made a last-ditched effort and say, you know what? Why don't we take 1.5 points instead of 2? Why not? I mean, the index doesn't look like it's going to run. This M1 indicator is completely fatigued. Why not take it? As it turns out, as I said earlier in the video, we only made 30% return tonight. But 30%, when you look at what the big banks are offering, per year, they're offering around 5%. I'm excited to be an index trader. We trade in both directions, and it doesn't matter what happens to the market. We have an absolute ball. So if you do want to come to a webinar, ladies and gents, I do say it on every video, simply come to the website. There's a huge amount of resources here, from client testimonials to the latest live trading results that the pro trading rooms are actually producing. They trade at a different time zone to me, but they are still instructing people every day on when to take signals. And again, I think that's a really, really good eye-opener as to what's available. If you want to trade being babysat by a pro trader, then log into the trading rooms and do that. That's enough from me, I think, ladies and gents. We're already up over 100% for the week. It'll be interesting to see what Friday night brings. We will only discover that tomorrow night. So have a great day tomorrow, and bye for now.